How's everybody doing? We're gonna spread some lime this morning. We've got a ton. Got the hopper on back, and in fact, I better put the four-wheel drive. And I gotta open up a. Boy, is this slimy! Holy cow! Still a little bit wet. You can see it's pretty much mud. But we're gonna put the lime down. We run it pretty heavy there. We got a ton. We only got about 2.5 acres. Oh, let's see here. We want to put on some AC, shut the heat off, shut the back window because it's dusty occupation. Let's see here. Oh, I don't even want to stare. Yeah, it's pretty dusty. At least I can tell where I've been. So we'll be going over there to the farm in a little while. That's the end. See it if you harrow and have it dry. Usually you can see where it's landing, but I know it's pouring out fast, so we're good. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and spread here for a while and probably go over most of these fields twice. Back here when I get a little done. Well, everybody, it's a nice cloudy sunny day, you know, one of those things. 1 minute it's sunny, next minute it's cloudy. Got a big hole here. It's been a couple days since I did the lime. We got crazy that day. I didn't do any more video. So the beginning of this, you know. But anyway, I had a clapboard. Not a clapboard, a shingle mill in here. A friend of mine took that yesterday, so I got to clean out, and I'll be able to have a place to put the Super C in there, which is kind of nice, because the Super C is a nice tractor, and it's sitting down back out in the weather, and it kind of bothers me a little bit. But anyway, I've been working on breaking them clapboards off, and so far in 3 days, this is all I've got off. I did make the frame. I did that yesterday finally. I had a few minutes. It basically measures 84 by 84. And it's just made out of 2-inch. And it's up off the ground so the air can flow underneath it. And I like to stack them 10 to a row. You can go 11 easy enough. I like to do 10, then I know how many actual sticks I got. So pretty sure there's 10 on the bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. And I've got 5 here, and that's the center. That's why I say normally I run 11, but I'm not really that concerned with volume here. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna go on up and break some more off. I didn't notice that there. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. I thought that was a hole, but yeah, when I get these all piled, I might have to put something over them. I got a up there on those. I'll get a little closer there. You can see those sweeper brushes. Got a robin's nest right there. And, well, anyway, you know, birds do what they do. So, yeah, so we're going up here. And, I gotta get the forks cleaned off because I had some dirt on them. That's one thing you gotta be something careful of with these clapboards, is getting them dirty. Otherwise, as soon as you go to plane them, you're frigged. And I guess by the looks here, throw that over here with the rest of my stuff. Yeah, I gotta go get I'll go get a putty knife. Well, I don't need a putty knife. I got some wood here I can scrape it with and wipe it off. I'll be back in a minute. So I just wanted you to see this here. This is almost a perfect clapboard. It's snapping off good. So I got plenty of depth to work with. And of course this thickness here is all me in the settings. That one's about 5/8, maybe 11, but it's not too bad. You know, but I'll show you where my problem is, why I don't run them closer to 9/16. Is all this right here. And this is what I had on the farm. You know, it's got slop everywhere as you look. You know, I've got that's right on the bottom, and we'll go till we actually take up all the slop. Yeah, a little over a quarter of a turn, just to take up the backlash and everything. So I'm eventually going to put a gear reducer on here, something I can control that a little better. Once you do that, so that you've got real good control of it, you know, you can make a mark like here and here on a piece of plywood and bolt it behind here, and just grab this here and say, yeah, okay, I got a turn and a quarter. You know, if you had a 20-to-1, let's say, you might go a turn and a quarter, and it might give you like a little over 9/16. I don't know what the ratio would be. Depends what I get up there, but eventually I'm going to put a good quality one, and it will save me a lot of money, because, you know, about every 5 of these, I should have had another, you know, $12 sticker wood, but that's how it is, you know. So anyway, they're breaking off good going the other direction. Well, they're breaking off difficult, but they're breaking clean. That's a thick one. Yeah, I'm going to bring you back here when I get closer to being done. So this log, even though it's kind of a good thing, I guess, this is the damage done by a 22 bullet, digging that out. This was a spike, which was, you know, when the log was bigger, that's how far I had to go in. But I wanted to show you this shake here. And it goes right along, and there ain't a thing you can do about it. I mean, and there's another spot right there that doesn't show until you bend it a little, and then you see it show up. So there's two runs of shake in that, and I'll break it off here. This is the stuff you can't see when you buy logs, you know. And that could have been caused by anything. So this is, you know, you'd think you'd have a good piece there, but it cracked there. It's kind of a weak point. And, you know, there's still more shake down here. You shouldn't be able to bend that with your fingers like that. So anyway, considering that it is running here also, that one there is not even going to go in the pile. That will go on to the burn pile. And we'll see if the next one does. It's I'll stack them up on the forks here and show them to you in a minute. Now, as you can see, this broke off pretty good on this end. That's how it's supposed to break off. Down here where it was shaky, it didn't break off good. And basically, everything from here out is all shaky stuff, which I've peeled off all the broken stuff. This one here is attached on both ends, so I didn't pull it, but you know, we'll have to rip that. I think we'll take a tape measure to it. I believe that we can get a 5-inch clapboard out of that. We got to make sure we got like 4 5/8 or pretty close to it. I think we can make most of these into just narrower clapboards, so it's not a total loss. And all the shake on this appeared to be out in this area, so probably the center of this is probably solid. I'm going to go ahead and we'll run the forks over and hook a chain to it and unhook it, because that's too big to take out with my arm. Usually I just put my arm in there and on that end there and back the hand wheel off, and then I pull this end off the dowel and it comes out, you know, it just drops and you can handle it. But when they're, you know, 8-9 inches, yeah, we'll lift them off with the tractor. So we'll go down to the stacking building there. Well, it's actually the tractor shed, but we're gonna commandeer it for something different here for a while. So I'll bring you back when we get down there. So I was going to show this to you before, the reason you don't have to stick clapboards. So clapboards, just by the nature of the shape, they have a spot here where the contact area is maybe 1/8 of an inch, you know, in every one of them. And some of them, you know, if they're a little thinner, a lot of them don't even actually have any weight on them. The ones that are a little thicker do. So anyway, they don't produce any stain, you know. You just put them in a place where they'll dry and crib them, and you know, you can stack them as close as you want, as long as they're not touching. You want air to go up through these pockets so it has good airflow. Like I say, I like to go 10 by 10. It's a little spacey, but when you come right down to it, you know, I'd rather stack up and have them drying faster than have them tight and not dry good. So anyway, we'll go to doing a little bit of stacking here. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. On the ends, when you're doing your last course, you know, out on the end, you always want to make your thick end out, and that supports further out on the end. You know, if you had your fat end here, now you've got no support on the other end, and when you load it up with your next clapboard, you know, eventually you'll start getting a tilt on it, and you'll make a crooked clapboard. So you want to do that on both ends. You know, the ones in the middle you can flip back and forth however you want to go, but the ends you want to make sure that you've got the fat end out, or the bottom of the clapboard. And yeah, so we ended up getting what do we got? 3 courses. That's 30, 40, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 58 good clapboards off of that log. And then we lost a pile of them to shake. And I'll go get the tape measure. We'll see how bad off we are. So this right here is a 5-inch clapboard. I always finish them 4 5/8 if I can. And they're 7/16 on this edge. And this is a bunch of them that I had. I didn't get a chance to bundle them. They're actually seconds because they got sapwood on them. And it's kind of too bad they got stained. But there's some people around doing old bands, and they keep picking on them. I'll get them all gone eventually. I'll use them myself on the chicken house or something. Yeah, so these here measure, that one's 6 1/8. So by the time I get done jointing, I got to be down at 5 5/8 when I'm done. I got all kinds of meat there. These out here, yeah, that's 5-inch still. After you've broke off. That one's 5 1/4. Yeah, so these, 90% of these, you know, that one there is 4 3/4, but it'll still make a 5-inch clapboard. So yeah, that shake isn't going to ruin them. We're right at 4 3/4 on that one. Yeah, makes me pretty happy. Be happier if they were still 6-inch clapboard material, but yeah, the shake didn't beat me on it. It just cuts into pocketbook, but anyway, that's all right. Like I say, somebody will want them. We'll go ahead and stack them here. I'm not going to show that. I'll be back in a few. Well, I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one over there is 8, and I threw one away, which was 9. So I would have had 79 clapboards. Even though they're fat, it probably would have cut 100 if I'd have had a good set of, you know, good gearbox in the front of it. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. This one here might taper down too much, but you know, you start in this area here and you can get a 5-inch clapboard right down through it, and it's gonna be all right. Pretty good sawing, actually. I was gonna show you here. This here is damage from that bullet. Where that bullet lay there, that kind of went right and left through the wood for quite a ways. Several clapboards. This here, this was where the nail was. This is where the bullet was. You can see it on that one up there. The nail was there, the bullet was there. So yeah, kind of interesting how that lead bullet there marks up the wood. Anyway, that's how I take care of the clapboards. That's all I'm going to do for a video here this morning. I'm going to get onto the farm mall and go see if I can't get around the field a little bit. I'll talk to you later. Don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate it. Talk to you later.